So, Brandon, I'm gonna ask you some weird questions now.
So
Oh, God.
basically, every other conversation we have.
Yeah.
Okay,
I do not
go
want
ahead.
to sound xenophobic or racist, but
You don't usually open with that one.
yeah,
And from my
anatomically,
experience, usually when there is a but afterwards, it's really xenophobic and racist.
anatomically and biologically, how much difference is there between a tiefling and a human?
You know, I'm actually quite curious about that because I was thinking, I haven't actually had a chance to talk to this about Moria yet, but I was actually thinking of trying to explain how cameras work to her. And the kind of,
Cameras?
sorry, that's a bit of a diversion, but the point I'm trying to make is the fact that I'm wondering how tiefling irises work, because obviously when you go into a place where it's a lot darker, your pupils, is it? I never remember which way around it is. But the thing is, considering we all have dark vision, I wonder if that's actually true, or like what degree of light sensitivity is required for that to trigger. I mean, it obviously still happens, but to what extent, I'm not sure. So
Perhaps it's the same like with felines and other predatory animals.
We have experienced this. You guys can see better in the dark than me. Remember the first cave we went in with the slaves where I'd bring
Yes.
along my own lights?
Yes, I remember the light pebble. I'm pretty sure that light pebble was a greater ally to you than we could ever be. But in any case, I've actually want to learn just more stuff in general, really. I mean, back in our world, I always really liked understanding how things work. So, I don't know, I mean, obviously we have tails, so I don't really know how that works, and I kind of am hesitant to ask Moira that question because, oh god, the amount of double entendres that she could make out of that particular request would be interesting.
You also
but
have 4 toes.
oh yeah, and also the kind of like my feet are like more hoof like that. I've not really thought about my biology that much. I guess I've just been so used to thinking of my tiefling form as being a costume. I've not really thought about the differences, but I mean everything else seems to be roughly the same biologically. I mean, other than the horns, the tail, as I mentioned, our eyes maybe working a little bit differently, and though I suppose that could probably apply to you as well, John, because I think you're quite similar to me.
Mine
You can
starting
say
to
from
grow.
your experience with Moira, bits work the same way as well.
And I would probably say, John, just to kind of put this as tactfully as possible, relations to the opposite gender are more or less the same, as far as I can tell.
Okay.
Sorry,
June
I
takes
saw-
out her notebook and it's taking notes.
John,
All right, good to know.
John, you're not wanting me to go into more detail on that, please. That
No,
might be.
no, I get the gist of it.
Thank you for sparing me that.
I have the weirdest theory. No, it's not weird. Okay, okay.
go
You know
ahead,
how
I-
there are like you have horses.
Where is this conversation going?
I want.
Horses.
I
Horses are their own species, but they have different races. Like you have Arabian, Shire.
Oh, yeah. So you're thinking like.
Andalusian.
Actually, that's actually a good point because the tieflings that we've seen have all been quite varied. Because I mean, Moira is obviously a slightly different variant of tief. She's probably quite similar to me, but we've seen others that look much closer to regular people, but just with horns, right? So I'm guessing that's where this
Derek.
theory is coming from.
Derek looks more human-like. He doesn't have any tinted, different
Well-
colored skin.
Well, actually, that's the point.
Well-
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Dave.
I also want to say, yeah, there are also tieflings that have different colored skin.
Well, there's also, I remember on my UI, I'm listed as a Farana tiefling. Farana, yeah.
Piranha. Oh, okay.
So, and actually, one thing, looking at my traits, I seem to get something that's to do with my race. I got something called the Friends cantrip. I've never used it, but apparently I get something else when I get to, let me just see here, level 5. Oh, that's going to be a while for this, right? But it seems that maybe different types of tiefling get different traits. I mean, I'm guessing, like, are the different like half-elf races, do you think, Jun? Like, is there like anything additional against your race?
I do have a few things.
All of them have glowing eyes.
I haven't seen an elf except the one without eyes, whose eyes are also glowing. Okay, but since I'm half elf, I was wondering, are there also other half things?
Could be.
The thing
And there should
is,
also be then full elves.
Going back to the horse thing, there are different races of horses, but within that equestrian species,
yeah,
they can
equestrian,
breed with,
yeah.
yeah, they can breed with donkeys, and you have mules. So, like,
Where are you going with this, Jun?
Are gnomes compatible with tiefling? And like,
I mean,
where does the line between monster or beast and a humanoid person end? Because it's all being very hazy in my mind now. I wasn't thinking of it till I realized what the fuck you were doing with Moira.
John,
I tried to ask Splinter that same kind of question, and I got called out for xenophobic.
Maybe you asked it weirdly.
The thing is, Moira didn't hesitate to, as you saw, to approach me in that capacity. I'm guessing if there was any sort of social stigma or health risk associated with it, then I guess it would be a problem. So it must be socially acceptable here, and it mustn't lead to problems. So presumably we would make a tiefling, I guess. But then again, considering I used to be human, maybe. Because the thing is, I don't really think of myself as like a demon. I kind of think of myself as being half demon, half human. Because I still have
gene pool change.
Well, I mean, I know my bloodline changed, definitely. I mean, that's a big problem for me.
No, but your genetics.
The stuff you all give to when you make children, is that the stuff you had as a back in our world or back in no? Wait, what?
What about you, Jun?
I mean,
so XY.
No, if you want a genuine answer, given I have female anatomy now, most likely I have female egg cells, and that is starting to weird me out.
But then that could be a safe assumption to also assume that the genes changed, so that you have an XX chromosome, and then likely the same thing with Brandon, that his genetics also changed.
Well, I mean, we changed on a fundamental level, so I wouldn't say that's outside the realm possibility. Well, I mean, I know you didn't, Dave, obviously. Well, actually, how did that work with Denival? Like, how did that thing, did he just kind of like do what Jun does with the blessings? Did he just say, here, have some power, and that was the end of it? Kind of feel any different?
I mean, kind of, that's how it went. He went here, yes, how did you get here? Because he said, I did not invite you, and said, I just got here.
Did he try to vaporize you as well, or was he alone?
No. He was really friendly and open to me. He did say that I was empty.
Well, that's a bit rude.
So I said, excuse you. But he meant more like an empty vessel, so he gave me some of his powers. He said, I can give you a spark, and then you have to grow it into a flame.
Did you, I mean, apart from receiving the power, did you actually feel any different? I mean, other than the ability to cast magic, of course.
I felt the warmth inside.
Maybe in general, these might be good questions for Denival, because, I mean, okay, I know he has 73% smut in his library, so you would think that he would have an intimate knowledge of biology based on that, I feel.
Doesn't have to be, because if you read fanfics...
I keep mumbling about this centaur and this elf lady.
Not centaur, minotaur.
Is it minotaur?
And it was also a centaur, but the last one was, I believe, a minotaur.
I admit I am being slightly hyperbolic here, but my point still stands roughly, considering how much information is in that library and how frequently we're coming across the same races. There has to be at least some information pertaining specifically to, but I mean, we also are in a town, I mean, as it pertains to tieflings specifically, where they're very common. I mean, maybe there might just be some general books. I mean, one person we could probably ask specifically for books on anatomy would be, unfortunately, Andrea.
There's also a bookstore.
I'd rather not talk about it. Let's just say that. In fact, John, did you tell David about what happened? Shot.
Oh yeah.
He smashed her face. She smashed her face. into the table.
Yeah, she did.
Why did you do it?
I don't know.
Moira was nervous before going in. They obviously had some sort of... They'd gone into a fight previously, and yeah. I don't really know what was going on there. I couldn't really get much information out of Moira, but frankly, I could have swung for that woman. The only reason I didn't escalate there and then is I knew that we might need her help again at some point, and John's learning stuff from her, so I kind of had to keep my tongue adjust and kicking myself that I wasn't a little bit faster to react.
That's no problem. I wouldn't have mind if you punched her. Well, she's an old lady, so there's kind of morals.
I don't...
She's an old lady, okay.
Moira was kind of okay with it. She said, like, yeah, she had it coming.
So she did something which caused her to fight with Andrea. And if she says that she had it coming, she probably realizes that she was in the wrong.
I really do not know.
I did ask Moira about it. She said it was, in her own words, personal drama, something that she didn't want to go into. So I'm content to give her her space. She's been through a hell of a lot, and honestly, I think when she is ready to open up, she will. But I want her to do things at her own pace.
Yeah.
But the one thing I will say about that, John, I know we didn't explain that situation to Andrea, but frankly, what she did was disgusting, even if there was a personal history. Moira, I suspect, has got PTSD from that incident. And frankly, when she had her head slammed into the table, I was afraid she was going to have flashbacks again.
Yeah, it was not the right time for...
Yeah, but she doesn't know, does she?
We didn't get a chance to explain, Dave. And frankly, I wouldn't have expected someone in the healing profession to attack a client.
But what I'm saying is you don't understand the situation. We don't know, so we cannot judge.
She kind of did, because the evening before we left, I told her I was helping a kidnapped girl, the whole wyvern thing, and the next day, when we were at her doorstep, I told her, I'm here with a girl I'm here with the girl that got kidnapped. But she kind of...
To be blunt, she knew enough that Moira was in a situation or in a state where she may or may not have been in her right mind. I'm not going to say anything more about it. I'm not going to bring it up with her again, but just since we're on the subject, John, for your sake, I won't push it any further. But frankly, she's a disgrace.
Yeah, I did tell you she's the complete opposite of Granny Shia.
Oh, yeah. Fair enough. I can definitely see what you mean now. I'll use her services again if I need to, John, but I don't like that woman. I'll be blunt.
Oh, yeah, she tried to stab me when I... Okay.
Wait, she what?
What?
No, yeah, what was it? I asked for lessons, and then I got the lesson in being too believing, or trusting, or not turning your back to randos. And yeah, that was one of the lessons.
But she didn't stab you? Or...
No, she just held it at my side.
Why did she...
Why
did she pull a knife in the first place, though?
I don't know. I think she's been through some weird shit that has made her very reclusive, and...
She had 3 locks in her door, I noticed, when she was... She seemed to me to be quite distrusting and paranoid, was the general impression I got.
I can kinda see why she was distrusting. You know, not so nice things have happened to her.
Like?
Did she go into detail?
No, but it's obvious, you know, with a bit of... Hey, give me a second.
When we return, I want to meet that woman. She sounds interesting.
Human knowledge? Is it called human knowledge when you kinda can... The vibe? I vibe checked her basically, and the vibe she gave me was... Instinct, vibe check.
Gut feeling.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Going
got
back
that...
to...
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
You know what, John, I'm happy for you to change the subject at this point.
Safety! Because there are no safety items in medieval times.
That is a fair point, I must... Guys, you have to appreciate how little time I had to think in that situation. Not probably helped by the fact that you guys directly encouraged me to do so.
What do you mean you had little time?
What are you talking about?
Well...
What's happening in the granny?
You know what, we might be talking at cross purposes. I should probably make sure that we're talking about the same thing before I continue. I'm assuming...
talking about...
safety...
Love making.
Safety lovemaking with the missus is essentially what you're talking about.
Yeah. Because
That's
I just realized if you're compatible biologically,
Mhm.
there's no protection.
That is true. That is very true. As I said, in that instant, it was not the first thing going on my mind. I actually don't know what I was thinking. I think I was barely thinking. No, I was not
Thinking
at all.
with a different head.
Frankly, Dave, in that situation, yes, I was. If I'm being absolutely blunt.
You were a bit overwhelmed by a nice girl.
I'm still overwhelmed by her, if I'm being completely honest, but that's besides the point here. But I was saying
no
that...
regret, though, right?
No, none whatsoever.
That's the most important thing.
But you are right in that regard. I mean, I suppose we could look into that. I do suspect that, based on what I said to her before we left, that might happen again soon.
What?
Well, what
The loving part?
Yes. What did you think I was referring
Intimacy.
to?
David, you have a wife. Can't you read between the lines here? Do we have to talk
he knows exactly what I mean. He just wants me to be embarrassed. Don't you, Dave?
Maybe. Did you know that in medieval times they used goat intestines?
No,
intestines
please
of
stop.
most animals.
We need to be fair though, John. If there's a problem, we need to consider every conceivable solution, and if that's viable, then yeah, I would probably say just in general, we should probably see if any such option currently exists, and if it doesn't, then we take matters into our own hands.
Why do we head for the goat intestines option and not just magic?
Fetus deleted.
I am okay. John? Are you suggesting that I get David to use prestidigitation?
Oh hell no.
No, exactly. Okay, this conversation is going into territory which I am not comfortable with, and that is, after the conversations I've had with that woman, that is saying something.
Did Martinez really say fetus deletus?
Okay, maybe we should move on from this very particular...
I started this conversation out of curiosity to learn about...
Yes, and we're learning a lot
people.
about each other, and about biology, and about people, as it turns out. Oh, you know what? As weird as this is, I'm actually missed just having a light-hearted conversation like this.
You missed having these kind of conversations?
I mean, considering the last 2 days, Dave, yes, actually, as weird as that sounds. I just... sort of like, basically anything that doesn't require me to feel crippling anxiety or regret.
No.
Generally speaking.
Charlotte and David. They have the experience.
I would rather ask Andrea.
I would rather ask them, but then again, I am biased. Not because I am into anything that they're into, I just don't like Andrea. So that's basically my reasoning.
If you can show me on the way back, June, wherever Andrea is, then I could ask her. I am curious.
She will talk to you. She's very difficult with talking. She didn't want to talk to Brandon or Moira.
I mean, considering their history, I could understand Moira, but yeah, she was just... I don't presume to know people, it's just sometimes better to just stay out of someone's way if you can't see eye to eye.
Are we still heading in the right direction?
I hope so. We've been walking in a straight line, so I don't know how we would have managed to have strayed off. Well, I mean, we stray off topic often, but we definitely try to stay on track if possible.
We still have a couple of hours left to walk.
Jesus, wait, how long have we been talking? It feels... It's not been longer than that.
It's an hour, it's 2 or 3, I think. At least that's what it feels like.
Okay, well, we're making decent time so far, I think.